We tend to overestimate what we can accomplish in 1 year, and we tend to underestimate what we can accomplish in 3 years. Welcome to the Good Karma Success Coach podcast. My name is Melinda Van Fleet, and I'm a mindset success coach. My husband Ryan and I were laid off at the same time 10 years ago. We moved to the Florida Keys without jobs, not knowing anyone, hardly any money, and we never even been here. So all along, I've said that someday, when we get our quote-unquote shit together, we will help others. Because since then, we've done a lot of self-work and both built successful businesses. Each week, my intent is to be relatable and bring you tactical tips, tools, share my learnings and stories that can help inspire you or transform you wherever you are in your career or general life. I strongly believe that if I can do it, you can do it too. So what's stopping you? I love that quote. I've had it written in my journal for a very long time, and many people have been cited to have said that or some variation. I think Bill Gates, Tony Robbins, and honestly, I think I heard it originally from someone else. So many times, many people say it, the time variation, but it's really important to think about the time and not get so torqued up in it. And what I have found in listening to content and doing courses is that so many other coaches that have these programs, they make these promises that you're going to get rich or things are going to happen for you in 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. And honestly, it's just not so. So yesterday when I was in my yard doing yard work, cleaning up the jungle that existed yesterday morning because we've had so much rain, and we thought the storm was going to kind of at least come towards the Keys in terms of more rain, but now it really looks like it's hitting the Bahamas, which is hopefully not going to be catastrophic for anybody. It's so hard to watch the news nowadays. You don't know what's going to happen, but our thoughts are with them. And I was cleaning my yard, and I was just really reflecting because yesterday was August 31st. Today is September 1st. And there's 4 more months left of the year. And I was really reflecting to see if I had accomplished everything I wanted to accomplish in August. And my list is pretty big. I'm really tough on myself. I have super high expectations. I've been working really hard on many different projects. And so is my husband. And we work on a lot of things together. So I really had to ground myself to the fact of all that I had accomplished. And I have accomplished a lot. I've continued with working out very regularly. I even added arm workouts to my regimen thanks to Liz. She told me that the Peloton app is also available for people that don't have a Peloton. So check that out if you're looking for a great app that's like $20 a month and has just easy little workout. Well, they're not easy actually, but 10-minute, 20-minute, and 30-minute workouts. So to do a 10-minute arm workout, to add that in, that's actually been serving me very well. Of course, as I've talked about, I meditate, I journal, and I have also a lot that I have had on my to-do list for the month of August that I really needed to get done, that were crucial things I needed to get done and checked off my list in order to be moving forward with all these other future things that I am working on. And then along with that, I'm really trying to continue to live my day with ease, which I talk about in episode 22. And you know what? I've been doing all right. Some days gets a little stressful, a little more harried, but then I just remember to sit and take deep breaths and really just try to reground myself, refocus. And if some things need to move to the next day, then some things need to move to the next day. So this afternoon, I'm actually doing something that has been on my mind for a long time. I'm not going to share what it is. Maybe someday I'll share my journey of this situation. But, it's a big step for me mentally. Most people wouldn't think it's any big deal. They're like, oh, no big deal. But for me, there's so much mental tied up with what I'm going to be doing this afternoon. And it's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of work with believing in God and the universe. It's been a lot of work on myself. It's a long time coming, definitely over a year and a half that I've been putting this off, but the timing just hasn't been right. So I left this change up to God, up to the universe, and I prayed on it. And it took a long time for me to finally say, you know what? This is in your hands. If this change is going to happen, I have to trust that everything's going to be okay. So I noticed something was going wrong about a week ago. And yesterday, Ryan and I had to make the call. So like I said, I'll probably reveal more in the future, but it's definitely a moving forward for the month of September, not even just in the physical form, but in a huge mental form. So if I can do these things and work on them, then you can do them too. So what I'm going to challenge you to do for this month is to really sit down and think about, what do you want to accomplish? What is scaring the heck out of you that you want to accomplish? And then what are those small things you can do every day to get there? Because we all talk about these things. We all listen to podcasts. We all read books. We all go to seminars and events. But honestly, I don't think anyone's really doing a whole lot. It's very rare. It's probably a pretty small percentage, to be honest. So I really want to challenge you to take the time to do that today. Ryan and I are going to do that today. There's some fine tuning, some different things that I think about that I'm like, gosh, every day I could be thinking of this. Every day I could be taking a moment to take this extra step. And I just haven't. And like I said, I'm pretty disciplined and I have a lot of things that I've been doing regularly. But there's even a few more that I feel that I could be doing a better job at. So take that pen and paper out, or take out that beautiful journal, or just plain journal. It doesn't even matter. Cocktail napkin, whatever. And really give it some thought today. And just realize you've got 4 months left for this year. But even bigger than that, what's a 3-year goal? What's something that you can be working on for 3 years? Because when you listen to all these people and you really hear their journeys, it's about 2 to 3 years before they start to gain momentum. That's how it was in my sales business. That's how it was with Ryan's charter. So don't let the time freak you out. Just keep moving forward. And something else I did this morning that was on my list when I was getting ready is listen to somebody's podcast from when they first started. And I highly encourage anyone to do that. If they're working on building a business, if they're having even like a comparison type situation going on in their brain. For me, I am always curious about other people, and I love hearing their stories. I love hearing their journeys. I think that is so much of your purpose, is what is your journey? What's your story? How are you changing and evolving over time? How are you helping other people? How are you sharing? How are you tweaking and pivoting? And so I went back with someone's podcast and listened to their first 4 episodes and try to just learn from them. How did they start in their business? What were some of their failures? And how did they learn from them so they could grow and be their best self? So just something else to do if you are maybe struggling with finding something to listen to on your run or in the car. Go back to the beginning, to their earlier podcasts. I probably should re-listen to some of mine too. Oh, goodness. And see what you can learn from that. And for me, another reason why I like to listen to people's earlier podcasts is just I'm continually trying to improve how I speak and not say the word so as much and not say ums. And I definitely know I'm a fast talker. So if you try to listen to me on 2X, it's probably, I sound like a chipmunk. But those type of things I'm always trying to work on. So with that, I will leave you with this week's mantra. And that is, I know the universe has my back. I know the universe has my back. So if you're like me and you're always trying to fine-tune, tweak your mindset, work on getting better, remember to practice this every day when you meditate or write it down in your journal or on a piece of paper and say over and over, because it really helps to get into your subconscious and change your mindset. So I hope you like what I shared today and find useful. I would love it if you share my podcast with a friend if you found value in it, friend or family member. And remember to rate and review on iTunes. I really appreciate everyone listening. I really appreciate the feedback, the emails, the DMs. Please follow me on Instagram or LinkedIn. I am on Facebook. I just don't use it as much, but I'm definitely more on Instagram and LinkedIn. Till next time, be grateful, be curious, always be learning, and have some fun too. Thanks for listening.